The deep state has been exposed. An undercover video has rocked the nation. It shows DOJ official Nicholas Biase admitting the unthinkable. Trump's indictments are politically motivated. This is not a drill. This is a 5-alarm fire. Our justice system is being weaponized, and it's being used to target the political opposition. This is not about whether you like Donald Trump. This is about the future of our country. If they can do this to a former president, they can do it to anyone. This is about the weaponization of the government against American citizens. It's about power. Raw, unchecked power. This video is a smoking gun. It proves what we've known all along. The elites are terrified of Trump. They're afraid of his policies. They're afraid of his supporters. Most of all, they're afraid of you. This is a blatant attempt to interfere in the 2024 election. The swamp is trying to take down Trump by any means necessary. They know they can't beat him fair and square, so they're resorting to dirty tricks. Who is Nicholas Biase? He's not just some low-level bureaucrat. He's a key player in the DOJ. He's part of the team that's been going after Trump relentlessly. This video exposes him for what he is, a partisan hack. Biase's words are chilling. He brags about how they're going to get Trump. He laughs about the charges against him. This is not the behavior of a neutral arbiter of justice. This is the behavior of a political operative. But Biase is just a cog in the machine. He's taking orders from someone. Who is pulling the strings? Who is behind this witch hunt? We need answers. The American people deserve to know the truth. This goes deeper than just one man. This is about a system that has become corrupted to its core. A system that has been hijacked by radical leftists. This is about the fundamental transformation of America. They want to silence dissent. They want to control the narrative. They want to crush anyone who dares to oppose them. The DOJ Chief of Public Affairs admits the Trump indictments are a politically motivated perversion of justice. He reveals the lawfare involved in making the former president a convicted felon backfired on Democrats. He claims his former colleague Alvin Bragg's case is nonsense and alleges he was stacking charges. He was just stacking charges and rearranging things just to make it fit a case. I think the case is nonsense. It's a perversion of justice. It's a travesty of justice. It's a mockery of justice. The whole thing is disgusting. That's why he's surging in the polls. Let's be clear. This is not a new phenomenon. The attacks on Trump began the moment he announced his candidacy in 2015. They called him a racist. They called him a sexist. They called him a Russian agent. Then came the Mueller investigation, a 2-year, $40 million witch hunt that found no collusion. But they didn't care. They moved on to the next thing. The impeachment hoax, the January 6th show trial. Now they're throwing the book at him, indictment after indictment. They're trying to bury him under a mountain of legal fees. They're trying to destroy him financially and personally. They're relentless. They're ruthless. And they're not going to stop until they've silenced him for good. This is about more than just Trump. This is about sending a message to anyone who dares to challenge the status quo. They're making an example of him. This is about intimidation. They want to scare people into silence. They want to crush any opposition to their agenda. The deep state is panicking. They see Trump surging in the polls. They see the American people waking up to their lies, and they're getting desperate. These indictments are a sign of weakness, not strength. They know they can't beat Trump on the issues, so they're resorting to lawfare. They're trying to take him out of the race by any means necessary. They're terrified of what a second Trump term would mean. They're terrified of him draining the swamp. They're terrified of him exposing their corruption. But they've underestimated him before. They underestimated him in 2016, and they're underestimating him now. Trump is a fighter. He's a survivor. And he's not going to back down. He's going to fight these charges tooth and nail, and he's going to win. The American people are behind him. They see through this charade. They know this is a political hit job, and they're not going to stand for it. This is a dark time for our country. We are a nation divided. The left is consumed by Trump derangement syndrome. They hate him with a passion that is both irrational and dangerous. They accuse him of being a dictator. But they're the ones who are trying to silence their opponents. They're the ones who are trying to shut down debate. They're the ones who are trying to control what we can say and what we can think. This is not about left versus right anymore. This is about right versus wrong. This is about good versus evil. We are at a crossroads. We can choose the path of freedom and liberty, or we can choose the path of tyranny and oppression. The choice is ours. But we need to choose wisely. The future of our country depends on it. This is a battle for the soul of America, and it's a battle that we cannot afford to lose. We need to stand up for our values. We need to stand up for our freedoms. We need to stand up for our country. We need to fight back against this tyranny. We need to resist. We need to win.